Okay, can you hear me now? I'm waiting for my everything to catch up. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes. Okay. I think you can hear me now. So sorry about that. I also have to add my slides back because I went out of the. So I'm going to add this. Now I'm going to go here. Okay. So sorry. That is totally my fault because there's like 5 microphones on this computer and I forgot to select the correct one this morning. I have to add that to my notes to check. I have like a whole checklist when I do Facebook Lives. And let me add check mic. Oh, my goodness. Okay, but that was my fault. All right, so what I was saying, let me go backwards in time, was good morning to Terry. Thank you for the sunshine emoji, as well as Liz. Good morning, Linda in, oh, was it Linda who said where you were? Lori in Minnesota. Hey, Jean in North Dakota. Thank you for sharing. And then I saw Terry said no sound, and I got lots of no sound comments. And then I was like staring at my computer trying to figure out why I had no sound. Good morning, Diana in North Carolina. Susan, good morning. Eleanor, good morning. I hope you guys can all hear me now. It was, like I said, my fault. Cindy shared. Thank you, Cindy. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Della in North Dakota. Yay, Linda. Thank you. True Blaze in muggy Hollywood, Florida. Yes, y'all. It's so hot in Texas, too. So hot. Yay, Terry. Thank you. Yay, Facebook user. Thank you. I'm going to see because I pulled this up on my phone because I have another camera now for my hand. So we're testing that out today. Yeah, so Rhonda Nall says, yes, I can see it on my phone, but that's like 3 devices for me to look at. But anyway, True Blaze can hear me. Yay, you all have sound now. Thank you guys for acknowledging that for me. I appreciate it. Terry says, patience is a virtue, always worth the wait. Oh, you're so sweet, Terry. Patience is a virtue with technology. Oh my gosh, but again, it was my fault. Hey, Beverly in Florida. Lori shared, Terry shared. Thank you guys. Julie shared. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Cindy. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so let me get started because y'all know I talk a lot. I do have some sneak peeks to share with you today of upcoming events, but we're going to start out with my normal monthly. Well, actually, just my class information. So I do this as a full-time job. So as you guys come on, please say hi. Tell me you can hear me. Tell me you can't hear me. You know, any comment you make actually is helpful to my business since this is my full-time job. So I appreciate it. And just by commenting, it doesn't matter what you say, you will be entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today with the Hippest Hippos stamp set. Super cute. And the coordinating dies. There's actually lots of dies down here. These dies coordinate with Hippest Hippos. So I'm going to make 3 cards with that today, and you can have a chance to win those just by commenting on the video. And then if you share the video, that helps me even more. But just like who just commented? Cindy just commented that she shared the video. Thank you, Cindy. Make sure you tell me you shared it on YouTube or Facebook. Both comments and sharing works on both of those. But comment that you did that because that will get you entered a second time. Those platforms keep it private who is sharing basically, or what you share. Like, anyway, it's just private. So thank you guys very much. And sorry, I'm looking at my phone and getting distracted. Now, upcoming, because I do this as a full-time job, I do lots of events every single month that anyone can participate in all over the United States. They are offered some in person, but all are offered to go. I do also, for most of them, offer, you can take the PDF tutorial only. You can do that anywhere in the world. And I'm setting up a new PDF store on my blog. So I'm hoping to do that this week, like get all my tutorials added there. But in the meantime, I have my old one there as well, which doesn't have as many. But anyway, PDF tutorials. But Of course, you're probably interested in the classes where you can have the paper sent to you, cut, die cut, punched, embossed, ready for you to stamp and assemble. You do cut your own designer paper if that's included with the fee, with the PDF tutorial, with all the measurements. And of course, you use your own stamps at home per Stampin' Up policy. But if you live local, you can also take those in person. Here in I live in Midlothian, but you can take it in DeSoto, Texas. And if you're local, these 4 classes that I'm going to talk about first, you can also check out those supplies for me and stamp at your house. So those 4 are card class, Stamp-A-Stack class, card Stamp-A-Stack, scrapbook, and sampler. So every single month, I offer these classes. They happen to be in 2 days on Saturday. And then Monday, I'll be mailing the to-go kits. You can pick them up if you're picking up after Saturday. Landa and Karen and Shirley are very busy at work this week getting those packets ready for you. And so we're at the end of that registration, but I do have a few packets left from some of them. So card class, 4 cards, $15 free with a $20 order. It's the Splendid Thoughts bundle class. And those, that class has 4 packets left. 4. Scrapbook class has 0 packets left. I did sell out of that one, but they're so cute. I'm going to show the pages. I don't have any of my samples here. They're with my helpers, but I'll show them on another video because I think they're so cute. But anyway, you cannot get that one, but you can get the PDF tutorials. Which, by the way, you can use my normal class registration just to get the PDF tutorials when the class is open, like it is right now. And then later you can get them on the store. Okay, watching on Facebook. Let me see. How do we share on YouTube? Does it help to watch from Facebook or YouTube? That's a good question, Terry. Does it help more? I think either one helps me, honestly. Like if we're just talking about helping me, because whichever platform you watch on, that platform's algorithms are like, ooh, someone's watching. Let's share this with more people. So that's basically your choice. How do you share on YouTube? I believe there is a button. See if I can see it. Yeah, so I'm seeing my video here on YouTube, and there's a share button right there. Now, I think the way you share it is different on YouTube. Then you can send it to individual people. You can put it on Twitter. You can email it out, etc. But again, that does help me because you're sharing the video with friends and family. So hopefully that answers your question, Terry. Good morning, Cynthia or Cindy. Hey, Allie. Hey, Darcy. Thank you for sharing. Beverly shared. Sharon shared. Thank you guys so much. I saw Sharon. You're like, I hear you in Ohio. Heart eyes emoji. I love it. Hey, Ramona. Good morning, and thank you for sharing as well. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Facebook user. Good morning. Pat, Julie. I think I caught up a little bit there. Okay, so that was card and scrapbook. They're $15 free with a $20 order. There's all the info's in the registration link, which, by the way, if you need those, sign up for my email newsletter, and then you will get notified right in your inbox. You'll have the links, you'll have prices, you'll have what stamps we're using, etc. And then sampler, we have 2 packets left. Now, I will be honest, when I started designing this sampler with the Sweetest Cherries bundle, I was stumped and I was like, why did I pick this? This is so hard to design because all there is cherry stamps. Like that's all this stamp set is. But I came up with what I think is a very, very cute and summery, like bright, summery, of course, cherries to me, summer, sampler. So I have 2 left if you want it. These classes, these 2 include over $20 in merchandise, sampler and Stamp-A-Stack. We cut, die cut, punch, emboss, etc. You stamp and assemble with your Sweetest Cherries bundle, or come take it in person. Oh my gosh, I think I just got bit by an ant. I forgot to tell Scott there's ants in this garage starting yesterday. Anyway, that's another story. I didn't know they were the biting kind though, because I did not get bit when I saw them yesterday. So sampler, it's 12 by 12. Here is a recent one last month, which I did sell out these packets. A lot of stuff is getting reflected on there. 12 by 12 home decor piece, makes a great gift, makes a great design for your own home. You can just switch them out in that one 12 by 12 frame. Super cute, sweet as cherries. Let me know if you want that, or you can still register until I sell those 2 spots. And you can take it to go. Okay, and then Stamp a Stack, we're starting our Christmas card series. You can join the club, or you can just take the class. It's $30. Sampler is $28. Stamp a Stack is $30 for 12 cards. I've put sneak peeks of all these out there, by the way. Just go to my blog. Let me throw it up here real quick. I don't usually have this on at this time. Stamptherapist.com, and click on events, and you'll see sneak peeks of all these classes. I think I even put the scrapbook sneak peek on there, even though I sold out. So stamptherapist.com, you can see the sneak peeks under events. But anyway, we're making Christmas cards. I have 1 packet left, only 1 for 12 cards, over 20 in merchandise. It's about $25 value in product. And we cut, die cut, punch, emboss, etc. Landa says, finally here. Good morning, Jennifer and everyone. Landa's one of the amazing cutters and organizers. That's why your packets are so amazing, that when you receive them in the mail, packaged in order, little bitty things in little bitty baggies, etc. And then Shirley, now we brought her on as a helper. She is Shirley is die cutting, helping bag, etc. Anyway, they're awesome. And then Karen's over there doing sampler and scrapbook, and she's doing all the same stuff. So that's why my packets are so amazing. Okay, so can I show the sampler? I would, but it's not here. It's at Karen's house, so she can cut from it. But there's a sneak peek. If you go to my blog, Jean, stamptherapist.com, click events, you'll see a sneak peek. It's a pretty good sneak peek. In my, I think like it's a sideways picture. You can see a lot of it. Okay, so Stamp a Stack, Christmas cards, you're going to make 12 July through November. I would just join the club. That way you can get all, 5 months? And that's 60 cards, 60 Christmas cards. But you can just take those classes individually. And we're using Trimming the Tree bundle. Again, sneak peek over on the blog. Okay, Paper Party Share. We're coming up on your last chance to register for this. So first of all, you can just do the paper share and get like 100 and something sheets of designer paper, 6 by 6 or 6 by 12. We do 12-inch pieces when possible. It's 103 sheets total. I think there is one more set that's actually going to be 6 by 6 instead of 6 by 12, because we discovered how the package comes. We have to cut it in 6 by 6. So that 72 and 31 number might be off, but it's 103 sheets, 103 total. Just if you do paper share. Then you can do ribbon share. There's 8 new ribbons. You get 2.5 yards of each one, 20 yards total. You can do one or the other or both. Then you can add on this party. You see a sneak peek here right on the screen, but I actually have the cards here, all 10 of them. You're going to make 10 cards. You're going to get a Facebook party, which includes bonus videos and Alejandra and I doing a video making every single card for you, which that's rare with our events, where we have a party and we're live and we're making all the cards for you. The party is only $20 extra when you register. And by the way, you have until July 17th to register. Today's the 14th, so 3 more days. You want your paper, you want your ribbon, and or you want the party. Lots of different options when you register. So if you do the party, you're going to make these 10 cards. The way we do this is each card focuses on 1 pack of designer paper. And then we use 2 stamp sets total, which they're listed in the registration. I think it's Brightest Glow and Christmas Banners bundle. But you can substitute different stamps if you don't own those. And then you use your designer paper from your kit and make the samples. Of course, we cut, die cut, punch, and all that, the cardstock parts. So there's 10 samples. They're so cute. I design half. Alejandra designs half. They're amazing. You do want to do the party. Sign up by Sunday. Okay, that's the paper share party. Or you can just do the paper share. You don't have to do the party. The party's just amazing. Terry's watching on the big screen on YouTube. Awesome. Catherine, good morning. Good to see you. Kathy, first time here. Love shadow boxes. Awesome, Kathy. I do them every single month, so check it out. Okay, I want to remind everybody, I announced this last week, although now we changed the date, but Alejandra and I are doing a demonstrator-only event in Arlington, Texas on November 12th after Stampin' Up's on stage. This is for demonstrators only. So if you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you'll get to go. We'll release it to our teams first and then the general public. Even if you don't attend the Stampin' Up on stage, you can still go to our event. We're going to have make and takes, prizes, gifts, displays, and more. It's going to happen right after the Stampin' Up on stage event ends in Arlington, Texas, and it will be right next door. You can walk to it. So we will have our registration links and pricing and, you know, what's included coming soon. Terry says bummed Christmas banners is on back order. I know. I had a team member. We have literally like 3 to 4 stamp sets on back order right now, total. And literally those were the ones she wanted to order, all of them. And she's like, why can't I order these? I'm like, well, you happen to have picked everything that's on back order. But they are coming back. And I'm hoping, I'm sure you hope this as well, Terry, and kind of know that when it stamps, usually they come back much sooner than Stampin' Up says. They're saying like July 25th, but usually it's faster since we make our own stamps. But yeah, there are a few stamps that are what am I trying to say? Not orderable, just temporarily right now. That's because they ran out because they're very popular. Christmas banners is awesome. The trees, tree lots, whatever, trees for sale, currently temporarily unorderable because it matches those amazing celebration dies. Okay, Terry, how far is my event from the airport? Not far at all. It's in Arlington, Texas. So I'm terrible, but I would say 20 to 30 miles. Anyone want to tell me if I'm right? Arlington from DFW. It's basically by the baseball. I'm the worst. I'm not into sports. It's right by where we play baseball, the Texas Rangers. Okay. So, and yeah, anyway, if you want more info privately, Terry, let me know, like about the hotel and stuff. I can give you that information. All right. I'm talking way too long on these 4 classes and the share. Next up, retreat. So I actually designed yesterday. I spent a little bit of time designing my retreat class. So you can still attend our August retreat in a box in person, but you need to sign up. I mean, our August retreat in person, you need to sign up by July 31st. That's the very last deadline. But you can take it to go. It's in Temple, Texas if you come in person. But if you want to take it to go, you will get a box mailed to you full of 10 make and takes, minimum, $50 goodie bag. What else? Gifts. You'll get your PDF tutorial emailed, a bag that's exclusive to this event, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So on the retreat, we are using the Rustic Harvest Suite and the Soft Seedling stamp set to make those projects. And I haven't designed those yet, but I have all the supplies laying out to my right to try to work on that. But after I type tutorials for Saturday's classes and pack for Saturday. But anyway, and then April is doing a gorgeous Splendid Thoughts class with, it's a Stamp-A-Stack. So you're going to make like 12 cards. You're going to get $35 in merchandise. I've seen the cards. They're gorgeous. I'll be sending out sneak peeks soon. And then my class is the Ringed with Nature class. True Blaze, good question. We do not include the stamps and dies in any of these classes. And that is because it could definitely deter some people from signing up because they already own them. So you can add them on at a discount when you register, but they are not included with the fees. So when you register, you'll see it'll be like, do you want to add on this bundle? Of course, you don't have to. Do you want to add on this stamp set? And you can just skip that, of course, if you don't want to. So hopefully that makes sense. So yesterday I made my samples. I hope you guys like them. So my class is tags and cards, ringed with nature, which I've got my set right here. You should see. I wish I could show you all this table. It's a very hot mess. I finished them kind of late last night and then like didn't clean up anything. So right over there, there's another table that I design on, and it's a hot mess right now. But this is the stuff I used to make these samples, and you're getting $35 of merch with your fee. So there's all kinds of glitter paper and designer paper and stuff laying over there. Plus you get a bonus of some of the ringed with love designer paper free in this class. Anyway, so here you're going to make 6 cards. They're not all Christmas, but I love that Christmas one. 6 cards, 3 designs. You're going to make some gift tags. They're all Christmas. And you're going to have a little bag to put your tags in. So that is my class. Now, yes, you can only take my class. Yes, you can only take April's class. Yes, you can only take the retreat. Or you can take any mix. The 2 classes, retreat in 1 class, retreat in both classes, etc. So hopefully that makes sense. If y'all have any questions, let me know. If you need those links, sign up for my email newsletter or contact me. I know, I agree, Julie. I love the trees and dies. That's what I used for my scrapbook pages that I think are so cute. Did I show the right thing? Love the trees and dies. So cute. How do I like these bags, Julie? I'm going to show the back. Oops. I love them. If you're talking about these bags, they're in the annual catalog. So they are embossed with these white stripes on both sides. They're real stiff, so super sturdy. You know, they can hold a good, like there's my hand in it. Oops, I'm trying not to show you all the samples. Try to show you how wide it is there. So I like them a lot. So you should definitely get those if you're on the fence about those bags. I forgot what they're called right now, but you can get one in that class. But okay, so that's retreat. Again, we're doing it in person also in Temple, Texas, if you want to go. And you also can go to the one in April 20 through 23. You can still register for that. We'll offer it to go later down the line. Okay, let me see if I missed any questions. Good morning, Lorraine. 20 minutes, Cindy says 20 minutes. Thank you, Cindy. I knew y'all would come through for me to get from DFW to Arlington. It's very close. Hey, Shannon, good morning. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Janet in North Carolina. I'm trying to see who I missed. Denise in Calgary, love it. Is it cool in Calgary? Or is it hot like here? Chopping cases of potatoes and watching you create. I would love to eat those potatoes. I can't see your name. It says Facebook user. Hey, Diane, thanks for sharing. Cool, Julie. The other ones, what other bags did I show? Tell me what bag I showed, Julie, because I did not remember. Or did I say a bag? That was 2 seconds ago, so I already forgot. Okay, cruising. You can do our crafting cruise with Julie, with April McCright and I in January, the end of January 2023 or 2024 out of Galveston, Texas. 2023 has a wait list, but I would get on that list in case people cannot attend. And 2024 still has spots open right now. That one is on Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas. Links. By the way, I also send an email out today at 1 p.m. with a wrap up of this video and sorry, I'm like reading Julie's comment. The treat one. What did I show? I don't know. This is the only bag I remember showing today. This one, so not sure. Okay, so on this crafting cruise, anyone can go, anyone can use our group rate, which will give you a great deal. And then anyone who wants to do the crafting portion can add that on. You were going to get 6 classes. You're going to have access to the cropping room 24/7, gifts, activities, meeting new stampers. Like, it's amazing. So you should definitely consider that cruise. Okay, real quick, August Paper Pumpkin. Looks like a great one to me. Who loves Paper Pumpkin? This is our craft box in the mail. It is literally a box, which you see it's going to have these gorgeous sunflowers on it. In August, you see a sample right there of the card, or of one of the cards. It's going to be 3 different designs, 9 cards total. It says 2 Stampin' Spots and the all-new twist technique to make your floral designs come alive with depth and detail. I'm very curious to see what that is. It includes 8 gold foil honeycomb sheets as a free gift, which you can see a picture of them right there. And the stamp set, because you always get a stamp set for only $23.50. You get all this stuff. All occasion to express words of gratitude, friendship, greetings, and beautiful wildflower designed images. Pretty cool. So this is the size of the box. You'll get your ink, your stamp set, and all the supplies to make the 9 cards in there. Instructions, and it gets mailed directly to your door. You can subscribe by the 10th of every month is the deadline, so August 10th. And I have links to that in this video description. Or you can go to my store and purchase it as they call it a prepaid purchase. And that's under shop products, other products, kits, Paper Pumpkin. Anyway, either way, you got to do it by the 10th if you want that kit. So pretty cool, pretty exciting, and pretty gorgeous, in my opinion. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Barbara. Good morning. Oh, the exclusive bag? We haven't made that yet. Thank you, Facebook user, for clarifying that for me. We don't have those bags yet. April and I work on almost a last minute schedule. We always get it done, and I think it's always amazing. But we are both very busy. I do Stampin' Up hardcore full time. She does Stampin' Up and owns another business. So she makes the bags, and she hasn't made them yet. But, you know, they're always super cute. But yeah, I'm like, thank goodness you clarified that, because I was like, what bag did I talk about? And someone's asking if I'm cutting out for anyone else, cutting in and out. By the way, Julie, I might be able to find an old bag. I'm looking over where I hang them up. A lot of them are Stampin' Up bags from the company. I have one over here. I don't know, but they'll be like canvas or something, like a tote bag usually is what the exclusive bag is. That was just part of my class. That's not the exclusive bag that comes with your retreat. Okay. Hopefully that clarifies that. I'm like, look at this exclusive bag you get. No, that's not it. Not cutting out True Blaze. No. Good. Thank you. Because who knows? Again, sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's your internet. Always, when I'm watching someone else's video and it's doing something weird, I close the entire app and go back in. And it usually fixes it. Okay. I also, just to like pencil this in on your calendars, September 10th, I'm doing a holiday extravaganza. I just did my annual catalog celebration. Holiday extravaganza with the holiday catalog is September 10th in person and to go. So details will come out on that. I just haven't created my event link and all that stuff yet. So, hey, Kathy in Minnesota. Good morning. Rhonda switched to YouTube. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so let me point this camera down. I do have a new camera here. So you guys can tell me if there's problems. I'm hoping it will be, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm hoping it will be clearer than the one I've been using. Although it does focus a lot. So anyway, we'll see. So I have some cards to share. I lost one, by the way. I cannot find it. I can't even remember what it looks like offhand. So whoever's card I lost. Sorry. But of course, I want to remind you about Celebration. It ends on August 31st. These items are while supplies last. We have sold out of one of these items. We have sold out of the pool party and seafoam cards and envelopes. That should tell you how urgent this is. So, you have until August 31st or while supplies last to get these products free. So, of course, I'm going to use Hippest Hippos today with the Hippo dies. Each one is free with a $50 purchase. So, when you go online and place an order, when you're at my events and place an order, etc., you get to pick a free gift, no limit. Spend $100, get two $50 items or one $100 item, and so on. You can get as many of the same product as you want as well. There's no limitations. Demonstrators get it too. But they're while supplies last. So I'm going to use those two today. Each one's free with 50. Rings of Love, 12 by 12 paper. That's the paper I'm using in that class I just showed you guys a sneak peek of. It's gorgeous. Free with 50. We sold out of the pool party, the cards and envelopes. Stylish Sketches stamp set, free with 50. Silver and Gold 6x6 designer paper, free with 50. And then here we go with our hundreds. Amazing Phrasing stamp set, free with 100. Tree Lot dies. Those are the ones that coordinate with the Trees for Sale stamp set, which is temporarily not available, but grab these dies while you can in case they sell out. Free with 100. They make this camper, which is what I used on my scrapbook page. So cute. Okay. And then Wonderful World stamp set and designer paper, free with 100. Gorgeous. The stamp set stamps so pretty. With a $300 order or party, on top of everything else, you get the perfect pomegranate stamp set free on top of your host benefits as well. And then, of course, if you join my team, which you should, of course, through the end of August, you will get the Making Plans Planner Kit for free. So it's going to include the awesome stamp set, Making Plans, which you can use for your planners, but there's some other words and images in here that you can make work with other stuff. You're going to get 3 journals with of course, the awesome Stampin' Up, logos. What's the word? Style, I guess. This one's plain pages. We have lines. Can't see that. But anyway, there's lines on there. My lights might be too bright for this camera. And then dots. And then you get the planner, which is faux leather, gorgeous, with the whole Stampin' Up design on there. That's just like their logo. So it's not a logo, but it's just, we don't have any stamps that are this design, but it's like the Stampin' Up theme or whatever. I have July through August in here. You get July through August calendar pieces and then the whole 2023 calendar. And you get all these other, which I've gone over before, what to do with all of these inserts and how to organize them. My thing opened because that way I have these clipped, but just a tip in case you guys haven't heard, a team member pointed out that you can fit the planner pages and they will fit better if you don't have them with these huge binders like I do. In our 6x8 album. So you could use that as a auxiliary or as your main calendar if you want more pages to fit, and then use this one for the note pages. So anyway, that's free. On top of, you get to pick 125 in merchandise of your choice, and you get 125. Oh, you only pay $99 plus tax only, free shipping. Pick 125, get this for free. It's a $45 value, and you'll get a free past paper pumpkin kit as well. That's through August 31st. Any questions, let me know. When we had our event Saturday, we had a card swap, and we only had 3 people participate, and I've lost one of the cards, and I can't remember what it looked like, so I don't know where I put it. But this was one of the card swaps. I think this one might have been the winner, but everyone got to vote, so I can't remember now either. But it's gorgeous. It uses the chic, I can't think of the word, something chic stuff that we used at the event. And then this was another gorgeous swap we received. And then this was one of the cards that was demonstrated by my demonstrator stampers, and she gave me a copy. Thank you very much, Lisa. So gorgeous stuff there. And then, of course, just a reminder, I need to figure out how close I need this camera for stamping. Anyway, just a reminder, if you place an online order with me through or in July 2022, you will, if it's 25 or more with the host code, let me add that on. That host code right there, that one ends tomorrow. I'll have a new one on the 16th. If you place an online order of 25 or more with the host code, you get a class packet mailed to you to make these cards for free. And you also get a PDF tutorial on top of the video I already made. If your order is 50 or more by tomorrow, you'll get, in addition, the free glossy dots, which all this gets mailed to you in August. And then if your order is 150 or more, don't use the host code, and you will get to get all of that for free, plus free stuff from Stampin' Up. And of course, you get qualified for Celebration when you place your orders. So this graphic shows you the free class. Use the host code. 25 gets you the 4-card packet mailed to you for free. 50 plus gets the card packet and the glossy dots mailed to you for free. 150, don't do that. Don't use the host code. And then here is where the host code goes, right above the word checkout, add host code. Of course, make sure you see Jennifer Cotton. Okay, so let me go back to my comments. Hey, Martha on YouTube. Good morning. Ooh, Julie made Christmas cards with the tree lot dies. Love it. I've seen so many cute Christmas cards with that one, with the little lights and the camper, like so cute. So I'm sure your cards are adorable, Julie. Texture chic. Thank you, Martha. Texture chic on that swap card. I knew it was chic, and I thought it started with a T, but I was blanking out. Okay, any questions on that stuff, let me know. I'm going to make cards for you today with the Hippest Hippos stamp set and dies. It's not a bundle, but you want to use the word bundle because they coordinate, but they're sold separately in the Celebration stuff. But Hippest Hippos stamp set is free with the $50 purchase, as we discussed already. It's red rubber. It's adorable. And then the Hippo dies are free with the $50 purchase, and they coordinate. So you'll see both of those get used today. I'm going to grab my supplies for my first card. Forgot to pull. I had another Hippo sample. I don't have a ton yet, just because I haven't had time to participate in swaps. But I did have another sample on my board, and I forgot. I have two. Where did I feel like I did. Oh, I did pull them off. Okay, good. I will show you guys those at the end, hopefully. Last week, I totally forgot to show some stuff at the end of my video. Anyway, this first card, I took some Night of Navy cardstock. Of course, everything was Stampin' Up, matches and coordinates. So Night of Navy, I'm going to have some Night of Navy ink in a minute, etc. And I cut it in half, so it was 8.5 by 11. So I cut it at 5.5 inches. And then when you fold that in half, it will fit into a normal invitation size envelope, which we call medium envelope. So we do carry those. So simple cutting, cut it in half, either direction. You can go 4 1/4 and fold your card the other way as well. I like to use the bone folder because then my creases are not as wrinkled on the inside. If you use your finger, you're going to have wrinkles on the inside and possibly dirt on your card, smudges on your card. And then there's a step up from that where you can score it instead, but I never do that. So for this card, then I'm going to take the front and fold it all the way back to the left. Just aligning that with the left. This is a thicker cardstock, this Night of Navy. And again, I use the bone folder. You could score it if you prefer instead, if you want a much crisper fold. But I don't mind this fold. And that's called a Z fold card. Super simple. I love to make those. And then The other pieces I have a basic white to go inside the card base there. So it's 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have a scrap of basic white. I have a piece of designer paper. Let me show you the back, these pretty flowers. This is the Hues of Happiness designer paper, which happens to have all of these sort of painted background images. And sorry, I got distracted. They are floral on one side and then lots of like painted just background images on the back. I've shown this paper many times on other videos. The flowers have dies that cut them out, etc. But I just wanted to use this piece. So I'm going to show you this piece I used, that it's like pool party going into night of navy on one side of the designer paper. And then you have purples on the bottom. So I just used the blue portion. So if I wanted to make several of these cards, I would cut this at 5 1/4 inches and then cut off my 1 7/8 inch strips and just use that 1/2. And that's Hues of Happiness. So it's, as I said, 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and I have it where the pool party will be toward the top and the navy will be toward the bottom, like water and sky. And then I have a die cut circle here. This room is such a mess. I don't have anywhere to put my scraps. I mean, my stuff I'm finished with over here. The circle is from Stylish Shapes Dies, which are in our annual catalog. This is the largest circle, and when you die cut it, it puts the little stitch marks, the piercing marks on the edges. And then this circle, same exact size, is Pool Party, but I've already die cut a piece of it off for my previous card, and I'm going to use it again for this card. So you'll see that in a second. I didn't want to cut a second one and waste. And then I just pre-die cut some pieces. I'll lay them on this white so you can see them better. Pre-die cut some pieces from the Hippo dies for this card. So I have a boat, which I wanted my boat to be white. I just thought that was like, I feel like I've seen white boats before. I don't know. It's like a little, I think it could be a rowboat, but then there is a fan that you can, like a propeller that you can attach to the boat to make it a power boat, whatever those are called. So there's a propeller die, which I cut out of our silver foil paper, silver foil specialty, the white boat, and then the snorkel and mask I cut out of Pool Party, and the life preserver out of Real Red cardstock. Okay, so those are all the pieces I need. Now, last week I did a lot of coloring and I pre-colored everything. This week, I did not have time to pre-color. So I am going to unfortunately have to color on all of these cards. I apologize. But yeah, I'm just going to have to. And here's some ribbon I'm going to use as well. So there are 3 hippos to choose from in the set. I'm using the one that's just sort of not holding a flower and not dancing. He's just kind of standing there. And I will stamp in Memento Black ink, which is a water-based ink, because I'm going to color with alcohol markers. And the water-based will not blend and mix with alcohol markers. So you don't want to stamp an alcohol ink to color with alcohol markers. You need the opposite. So that's why I'm using Memento. And I've of course have been looking on Pinterest to see how people are coloring in their trying to make this focus, hippos, and a lot of people are using gray granite instead of smoky slate, which is another gray, and I like gray granite actually, even though I did some other ones in smoky slate. So I'm using gray granite. So I have my dark here. Of course, if you're not familiar with Stampin' Blends, they're amazing because they color so smoothly. So what I'm doing, what I've seen is that the belly and face are a little lighter, but I'm not making it extreme. So I'm putting some darker shadows on the stomach and face. And then I'm going to color the body, the rest of the body, the face, the legs, the arms, etc., in dark gray granite, which again, there's no streaks with these markers. So as you're coloring, if you have a streak, color back over it and it'll smooth out. If you have a big dark like spot, just color more and it will all blend out. That's why these are so amazing. I don't know if my head is in the camera, but I need to get a little closer so I can stay inside the lines here. I'm using the fine point. You can use the brush tip if you can control that easily. For these small areas, I need to use the fine point, and I find that it still blends out perfectly fine. Like I can't tell who colored with a fine point versus a brush tip. It just might be faster with the brush tip. I'm leaving the little toenails white. I think this one's kind of a boy, but who knows? I mean, on my card, I should say. It could be made into a girl easily. And now I'm just going to go with light on these two sections here, including going over that dark. Now I will use my brush tip because it's a nice large section. And it's fine if I accidentally go a little bit into my dark areas with my light. Like it's not going to kill me. And again, if you mess anything up and you need to blend more, just blend. Like there's no limit to how many times you can go over it with these markers. It does not break down your paper or get, like it may get darker than you want, but other than that, it doesn't get too much ink in one spot, none of that stuff. Hopefully that makes sense. I thought about coloring the inside of these mouths pink, but I didn't do it on any of mine. But I just left it white, but I thought that could be a thing, like put it pink. Okay, so that needs to be die cut out. And then I'm also going to take this awesome waves die, like water waves, from the Hippest Hippos. And what I want to do, I have this white circle, which I'm going to put my little hippo on with the boat and everything. This is not what I want, this look here. I want to cut off the circle from the bottom of the circle to the top and this bottom of this die does not cut, only the top cuts. And it embosses these little water waves. So if I place this about, I'm going to measure so you guys can know better. It's about 1 1/4 inches from the lowest point on the center of the circle. Approximately 1 1/4 to the top of the die. This is just approximate. That will give me what I want. That is what I already did on this side, if you see how it aligns. And then I used that cut off portion on my other card. So why waste? Why cut another circle when I can just do this? Okay, I'm going to put a sticky note on here just so that can stay in place for me. Okay, so I want to die cut these two images out. I'm going to bring my machine over here real quick for this one, and then everything else I'll just die cut off camera later. Oh, I want something out of here. It is my hippo die. So let me grab my long plates on my machine. Hold on. Get my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It is $125. Great deal. Comes with everything you need to do any of Stampin' Up's die cutting and embossing we carry. So I have plate 1, which is the thick one, then plate 2 for die cutting, and then a plate 3, which is the clear ones. Mine is not numbered 3, but it is 3. That's my cut one that I cut on, and then I have a clean number 3 to go on top. I will put these 2 images on here. I'm going to run the waves one through, I don't know if you want to call it horizontally, but because I always get confused. Should I call it horizontal even though it's vertical to me, but it's horizontal to the machine? I don't know. Whatever. It needs to go in this way, long ways. And then just align my hippo. Check these comments, make sure I'm not messing anything up. Hey, Carol, glad you love the hippos. Me too. They're so cute. Thanks for sharing. Carol as well, and Facebook user. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so then I'll just put plate number 3 on top and crank it. You only need to run it through one time because our dies are awesome, or our machine is awesome actually. The dies are too, and then you'll have your awesome images there. Sticky notes you can always use to be able to, I have to block off everything on the table to make this zoom properly. And it's still not doing it right. There we go. And I did Google about this camera I have, and it's just an autofocus. And there's not really any settings to change to make it autofocus better. Anyway, okay, so I'm ready to put this card together. So that wave die is so cool. You can use it so many different ways since it doesn't cut off that bottom portion. Okay, so let's just put this little scene together. Let me add my, oh, you see my card there in the corner? My water piece is in Pool Party to the circle, the white circle. And then I think I'm going to add adhesive to the back of the boat. Just grab my silicone sheet here just in case, protect my table from any excess adhesive, which it won't stick to that silicone sheet. And put him in the boat. I want to cover up the tail. I don't know why, but I didn't like the tail showing. So I covered up the tail. And then, yeah, this guy should, oh, I need to add the propeller. So I'm going to put more adhesive on the back of the boat, back there where the propeller is going to go. And just stick that on like that. Simple, simple. Isn't that propeller cute? By the way, I was going to show you, this is the silver foil specialty paper. You get 3 different kinds of silver in it. The other 2 to me look more like purple, and then you get real silver. So that's that paper. Okay, now I'm going to add Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of my little boating guy. What kind of boat do you call this, by the way? Like, I don't think it's a motor boat, but maybe it is because it has a motor. I think it looks like a rowboat, except that there's a propeller that you can add. I'm curious what you guys would call it. It's cute, but anyway, and it's a very small boat for my visually impaired. Like, it just, the hippo barely fits in it. Very small for the hippo, I should say. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right on top, the whole thing on top of the water. So I know there are samples where you, of course, can make the water waves be going above the boat. And I did test out both, but for this particular card, I decided to go with, you know, the boat on top of the water. I think it's fine. It's art, not like, we're not being super realistic here. And then I'll just, again, use my silicone craft sheet to add adhesive to the back of the snorkel, the goggles, and life preserver. Just make sure you turn them to the back because they are they look prettier on the front, but also like the life preserver has, what do you call it? Embossing on the front. So the little snorkel mask, this is the one I turned into ski goggles by just cutting a piece of silver also and using that inside part that falls out and putting, you know, gluing that back on, and it was silver. So cute. And that's for a team incentive that's this next weekend, actually. And so I'll show that card after that in team incentive. There we go. The snorkel and mask are pool party. And then the what do you call it? Life Preserver's Real Red. Okay, so I was digging through, actually I was looking in the catalogs to see what other stamps would go good with this set. And of course there's a ton, but I found in Whale Done, W-H-A-L-E, Done, there's a stamp that says you're kind of a big deal. And I thought that would be really cute with this stamp set because hippos are considered big. So I didn't use it on my cards today, but I wanted to show that. And then on Let's Set Sail, there's one called, or there is a stamp that says Adventure Awaits. And I thought that was good for this card because he looks, to me, he looks like he's going on an adventure. So I'm going to grab my Night of Navy ink so I can match. And I'm going to stamp Adventure Awaits. So I'm not going to glue anything down. That's a no-no until you're sure you can't make any changes. But I'm going to kind of set these pieces in place. And so that I can see where I want Adventure Awaits to go on this basic white cardstock that's going inside the card. Oh my gosh, there's a piece of paper stuck to my stamp. It looks terrible. That's why I didn't glue that down. I just showed my point without even trying. So I can flip this paper over and get a second chance. I thought it looked weird, but I ignored it. Don't ignore your instincts. Okay. That's better. Adventure Awaits. Okay. I think this could be cute for like someone retiring. I mean, it could be good for lots of stuff, but maybe retirement. Okay. So I'm going to add my designer paper to that left front flap. Attach the white on the inside to the navy inside. And then, like always, I will use Stampin' Dimensionals on my little piece that's the circle, in this case, that's going to go on the front, but only be stuck to the front left half. So I will flip this over bottom to top, top to bottom, whatever, so that I can use, like I flipped it over, but left it exactly where I want it. So I can have a guide as to which half or which, what am I trying to say? Where to put these dimensionals so that they won't show on the back, on the inside when we open it. I can't talk right, but I think you know what I mean. That visual helps me. The circles are more difficult though, because you're like, where is, for sure, is this the exact bottom, etc. Okay, so then I'll put the little guy there. Thank goodness, no dimensionals on the inside. So your card opens like this. And then to finish this off, I wanted a red bow. So I was like, thank goodness we have some red ribbon. Real Red and Garden Green combo. This is from the holiday catalog. You'll get 2.5 yards of each one if you do my ribbon share by Sunday. I'm just going to tie a bunny ears bow with the Real Red one. It doesn't say what the fabric is, but it's real nice. So I'm not good with knowing what fabrics are, but it's like soft and nice. Okay, so bunny ears bow. I'm going to make 2 bunny ears. Lots of space in between them. Tail hanging on one side. I'm leaving it hanging on my roll on the right so that I can not waste any ribbon on that side. Lots of space in between. All my one loop is in each hand, and all my fingers are pointing at me so that my ribbon is not twisted and turned. Then I go right over left, keeping it flat, 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 no turning. Right loop gets pushed down into the rabbit hole, and then pull. You'll get probably an ugly bow, and then you just adjust it and make it not so ugly. By the way, these cards, I know I said this last week about the cards I made, that I went through so many ugly iterations, but y'all, it was the same thing this week. There were so many rejections and cards that in my head I had an amazing idea, and that amazing idea came out so terrible, but I was able to fix it and come up with something that I thought was a lot better on pretty much every card today. So sometimes it's like last night when I was designing that class, they just came boom, 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 and they all looked pretty good. I mean, I hope y'all like them. I think one was like funky and I modified, but the rest, you know, whatever I pictured in my head came out. But anyway, it was one of those times. Oh, Beverly's waiting on her hippo dies today. I love it. Now you'll have hopefully some inspiration. I know there's a ton of inspiration out there already, but you'll have some inspiration for playing with yours today. Actually, it's more like hopefully you'll have time to play with yours, because I know how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to use a mini glue dot. I just fold this paper back and reveal one dot, press, fold it really firmly so that I can really push down into that cardboard and pull off the glue dot, and it's just going to go right here on the right side of the pool party. Come on, focus. Water. See this camera. I have to figure out this focus thing. So someone asked what camera this is. I have it in my Amazon store on my blog. Oh, this one. I don't know why I took it off. So at stampptherapist.com and click on the Amazon links. And it's a now I'm going to forget what it's called. But no, that might not. It's on my Amazon store. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. It's a Logitech. 900 and something Logitech. Okay, Beverly says, which ribbon is this? This is from the holiday catalog. It's called Real Red and Garden Green 3/8" ribbon combo pack. So you do get garden green as well. I think it's 5 yards of each. Yeah, 5 and 5. So you're basically getting half a roll with my ribbon share. But anyway, that's where it's from. And it's really pretty. It's maybe, I don't know what fabric it is, y'all, honestly. But because it's not shiny, but it's not dull either. Let's see if it'll focus now. I literally was practicing with this yesterday, and usually putting my hands on either side made it focus. Don't worry. I have pictures that we'll post on my blog at 11 a.m. Close-up pictures and my VIP group. Okay, so we'll just look at it from down here for now. Here's my first one. You get entered to win these today by commenting. By the way, it doesn't have to be today. If you're watching this on replay, you still have time to enter. Just say hi, say watching replay, say whatever you want. We do read the comments, but we don't judge them for the winner, if that makes sense. Whatever you said can get you to win. Okay, so there we go. Card number 1. I'm going to make 2 more. The next card. I hope y'all this is no big deal, but it was, I was making the dancing hippos, the ballerinas. And I was like, this needs a background. What should it be? I was like, oh, music, because of course they're dancing if they're in their little tutus. So, that looks rough. Anyway, so this is I think it's called Merry Melody embossing folder, which I forgot to bring over here, but it's one of the 6x6 embossing folders that's thick. It's called 3D. And so it's like music notes or a sheet of music. Super pretty. And I think I've never used this background before. So hopefully I have it right side up. My card base is basic white, same size as before. Let me just get it out of my way. Then I have another scrap of basic white. I grabbed random scraps for this video. And then I have Flirty Flamingo and basic black. And there's also, I should have kept the paper to show y'all. I think I might have it here. Probably not. But I was going to put designer paper on the back of this. And then I removed the designer paper to glue it. And I was like, it looks so much better without the designer paper. So you'll see it just has a black background. So the black is 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. The Flirty Flamingo is 3 by 4 1/4. Okay, so for this card, I need 3 dancing tutu. What is this called? Ballerina hippos. So these ladies are on one toe. The other toe is kind of pointed back to their back to the right, I guess, if you're looking at it. I'm stamping in Memento Black so I can color them in again. And she's smiling, and just the tutu is all she's wearing, and the ballerina shoes. No other, like no shirt or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to color all of these. I have my gray granite Stampin' Blends, a Flirty Flamingo Dark, and a Wink of Stella. Check these comments. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Jean. Beverly, good. I'm glad you like that ribbon. Yeah, and of course, I was thinking of the ribbon for Christmas until I made that card, and I was like, do we have a red ribbon that I can use? Ribbon share Twyla. So you have until Sunday to sign up if you would like to get 2.5 yards of each ribbon. You can only do the ribbon share. 2.5 yards, 20 yards total. There's 8 new ribbons. There's also a paper share and a paper party, but if you only want the ribbon, click the paper share link and only select the ribbon share. So hopefully that makes sense, Twyla, but if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, so I am coloring these hippos just like I did the other. They're just dancing, you know, they're shaped different. So I'm adding a little dark shadows to the face and body. I always get confused though, every time. And then I'm going to color I'm sorry, it's not the face, it's like the nose that's going to be light. So then the face will be dark gray granite. And the arms and legs basically will be dark gray granite. And then I'll take the light and color the stomach and nose. I'm using my fine point again. And I just have to color these because I did not have time to pre-color due to I needed to design that other class yesterday. And I made these. Did I make these yesterday? I might have made these the day before, but long story short, I just didn't have time. So I apologize that you have to watch this on the video, but look, I'll try to look and see if y'all have questions while I'm doing this. Now this nose of hers is, to me, easier to color because I don't have to avoid the open mouth. Her mouth is just a line, a smile line. So I can use this brush tip and color it pretty fast. And then same thing on the stomach here. Just go to the line of the skirt, and then everything else is light. With Stampin' Blends, a couple other tips. You can go back and forth. What was I trying to say? You can go back and add more dark and more light, We also have this thing called the color lifter, which you can use to lighten up areas. And I meant to say this on the other hippo, the first one. But so see how mine is just slightly lighter on the nose and stomach. It's not a huge difference like you see on some people's samples. It's fine for me, my taste. I am not an expert Stampin' Blends person, alcohol marker person. So this works for my level. But there's, you know, way more talented color people, you know, people who can color out there, whatever, color artist, colorist. And they can do so much awesome shading and stuff. Every time I try to use the color lifter, I overlift. Even if I'm like, let me swipe it once, it looks weird. And then I see people do it on videos and they're like swiping and swiping and it looks amazing. So I'm just not skilled at that. So I hardly ever use it. Even when I try to erase a mistake, I mess it up. But I see people use it all the time. So that's just my problem. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that you can get way more amazing with your blends than even what I do. But yeah, I'm still pretty impressed with myself due to my, I know I have lack of skills. So hopefully that is helpful information. So I'm just repeating, I'm coloring the next hippo and then the next one. And then the skirt will be dark flirty flamingo. I could have used dark and light to make some shading, but I did not. You do, I heard a team member say this yesterday on a video, you want to be gentle with your brush tip because it can fray after a while, which I know, but I forget to say that sometimes. And the reason I'm closing these immediately after using is because they're just like a Sharpie. They can dry out. If you leave it just sitting out in the air, it's going to dry out. So don't do that. Don't leave it open. As soon as you're finished coloring, close it up. And mine last a really long time due to me doing that. Like they really last a very long time. And I use mine in classes and things as well where other people are using them, but they also close them immediately. So mine, with the exception of some really light colors like petal pink, which is just naturally, it's so light, I guess it seems to dry out faster. With that exception, mine lasts a very long time. So, which I think is great. They're only $4.50 each, but you have to buy them in sets of 2. So it's $9 for 2. And it's light and dark of whatever color. And then we have skin tones. We have, well, what else do we have? Skin tones. I guess that's it. And then the color lifter. I don't think we call it skin tones, though. We call it something else. I can't think of the name. There's like 10 different skin tones to choose from. And they come in sets of 2. Light. Oh, they're not light and dark. They're just 2 different tones. Okay. I'm almost done with this, and I'll quickly color that skirt just with dark flirty flamingo. I also find, I hear people say sometimes that they can't go to the edge with their blends because it bleeds, but mine don't, so I don't know. But I do use Stampin' Up! Basic white cardstock. I have no clue if they're using something else, or I don't know what the deal is, but on basic white cardstock, when I go to the edge, it does not bleed. Now, I forget I have to color the shoes as well, which I thought I did do a test one with black ballerina shoes because I was like, you know, ballerinas usually just wear black shoes, but it did not look cute. I may have that sample somewhere. I tried a lot of different stuff with coloring these, but it didn't look cute for a card, if you know what I mean. But I think ballerinas in general wear black shoes, like, right? Aren't ballerina slippers black? Isabel actually was in dance. She didn't really do ballet though, but she was in dance when she was little. Like her jazz shoes and all that were always black. They didn't match the outfit by color. Okay. And then I have to get these out. So this is when you're watching replay, this is called fast forward through the coloring. Okay. Now, of course, you could color her nails if you wanted to. I did not. I did try adding a bow to her head multiple times, and I feel like the way they have this head angled and shaped, the bow does not look good. Like, it just doesn't look good. So, whatever. Okay. I have my machine right here, but I'm not going to try to put it in camera just to be quick. I should have gotten myself some more dies so I could die cut all of these at one time. Which one is it? I thought it was this one. Yes. Okay. Let me see. Natural tones. Thank you, Lori. Yes, recap right away. Lori says she always does that as well. Yeah. And anytime I come over and I'm like, oh, I forgot to put the lid back on, I have a little freak out, but it's usually fine. Because, of course, sometimes you get distracted, or sometimes I'll just slip the lid on loosely because I know I'm about to reuse it again, and then I somehow do that at the very end. Anyway, I always freak out if I leave that lid off. I'm just lining up my dies here. Okay, what else? Love the hippo. Thank you, Martha. Petal pink is the one that bleeds for you. Kathy, that's interesting. I do, not that I don't believe other people, but I believe that more where it's like I have this one color of so-and-so product that does something weird. Totally makes sense. Which now you make me want to put petal pink to the test because maybe it bleeds for everybody. Petal pink. That's the one I was saying dries out for me the fastest also. It's so light, but it is a great pink to me. Not everybody loves petal pink, but okay. Okay. I kind of cut those wonky because I was rushing. Like, there's more white here than here. My other sample looks great. That'll be the one you can win today. Okay, so then I said one girl's going to be special and have sparkles on her skirt. So I just have my clear Wink of Stella here. And I tried to put a bow in her head. It looked terrible. I don't know if anyone else has done that successfully. And, of course, you won't be able to see that sparkle well on the video, but it is going to look cute in person. Okay, so what I'm going to do is attach my basic black, just using Stampin' Seal here, to my Flirty Flamingo. And then let me attach this basic white. I don't remember if I said the size, but this basic white that is embossed with the Merry Melody folder. It is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So that is to give just barely a tiny little border on the 4 edges, like a 1/16 inch of a border. And then my black with the Flirty Flamingo behind it piece will go on. This is a landscape card, so the music is going across landscape. This will go on with my dimensionals, which I feel like I've lost. Do we see them in the video? Oh, Oh my gosh, I put them way over where they don't belong. By the way, I'm using mini Stampin' Dimensionals. They are my favorite. They work, in my opinion, just as good as the big ones, but you get like 720 in a pack instead of 3. I mean, yeah, 300. You get like 720. So I love it. So that goes right in the center. It kind of gives me a chalkboard vibe, which isn't necessarily the theme of this card, but it's cute. I do have to still stamp my greeting. I just remembered that. I'm going to place 2 hippos sort of centered top to bottom, and then one on the left and one on the right of this black cardstock with their, they're on the point of their toe. And then the third girl will go with dimensionals. I just used 2 right in the center, so she's in front of them, so she'll overlap on the sides. And she's the one with this sparkly skirt. You can kind of see it in the video, I think. I can kind of see it on my screen anyway. She's the one with the wink of Stella. Okay, I did forget my greeting. That's why my scrap was kind of big. So there is a greeting in this set that says, "You're always on point." And see, it won't focus. I gotta figure this focus thing out. There we go. I don't want to have to mess with it every time. I'm going to stamp that in Flirty Flamingo. And I just found with this one, I needed to stamp first and then die cut out because it's red rubber and I couldn't see well what I was doing. So I'm going to use Potted Succulents dies, one of my favorites. I literally was thinking the other day, I don't know what I'll do when these retire because there's 3 different, there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 amazing labels in that die set. So I'm going to die cut this out. You're always on point with that small label die. And it's a tight fit, so that's also why stamping first, which I stamped in Flirty Flamingo, stamping first is better in this case so that I can align it where I want it with that die. Which goes in here. Okay. So then I'm just going to put the greeting over here on the bottom right. So I'll put a little adhesive at the part of the greeting that's going to be on the black cardstock, and then a dimensional on the right side that's going to hang off the edge. You're always on point. Then I wanted a bow on this card. This is actually the ribbon I tried to use to make a bow for her head, but not cute. So I'm using the Sweet Sorbet metallic ribbon, which honestly, I don't like how it looks with Sweet Sorbet. It looks more pink to me. It's not exactly Flirty Flamingo, but I think it's close enough. So anyway, I'm going to fold it over in half and just tie so that there's 2 strings. And I'm just going to tie a regular bow because this is really skinny. So just like a normal bow tying, whatever. But it's a double bow because I used 2. And then I will just pull all 4 ends down and trim those off. And that bow is going to go right down there at the corner of the greeting. So it does hang off the card a little bit, which is not ideal for enveloping, but you can make it work. I thought it needed ribbon and I didn't want to put it, I don't know, maybe it could go up there, but I wanted it near the greeting like that. And then to finish this off, we're going to put some sequins on here. So this is the adhesive back seasonal sequins from the holiday catalog. They are Sweet Sorbet, Garden Green, Gold, and White. And I'm going to use the white ones, which I think. So I'm using all that you have, large and small, basically. They have adhesive on the back. I'm using my Take Your Pick tool to put these on. And I'm going to use all small ones. And I'm just sprinkling them all around the card on the black part. So 5 total. Did my video stop? No. Can you still hear me? What happened? I'm going to bring it back to my face for a second because it looks like my video stopped. What's happening? Let's go back here. It's frozen. Why are you frozen? Ah! Lori, you can hear me, but I bet you can't see my hands, right? Did my face come up? I'm going to test this again. I think I'm just going to take this camera out and put it back in. Why is it frozen? It's not frozen for you guys? Like my hands are moving? What I mean is the screen is frozen. It's just showing. Oh my goodness. Hello. No, hands are not frozen? Why? Everything I see is frozen. I've got it on YouTube. It's frozen. Okay, thank you. Thank you guys for acknowledging. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to go out. You should still be able to hear me. Okay. Mute, enter studio, add to stream. Okay. We're going to see if this works. Totally forgot what I was saying, but here's the finished card. And it's all blurry. Why? I'm going to have to go with it. Hopefully it will unblurry. Okay, so there's the finished card. Sequins, awesome. In the holiday catalog. I'm going to keep going. I think it's, yeah, I don't know what happened. So see, this new camera, I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know. Here's my original card. You get entered to win these cards when you comment on the video today. We have one more card to go. Thank you guys for telling me if it's frozen, if it was or was not frozen and all that stuff. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Cindy. I'm moving now. Thank you, Lori. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I looked up when I did, or else I probably could have kept going for a long time and not known about that. Okay, so last card, basic white card base. The next layer will be a 4, I believe, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 flirty flamingo. Then we're going to have a 3 3/4, yes, by 5 piece of designer paper. This is called Perfectly Penciled. It's all black and white. And the side that I'm using is black. It's super distressed black, almost like you rubbed chalk all over it, with white, imperfect, scribbled dots that are about 1/8 of an inch big. Okay, so that's the designer paper there. I have a big scrap of white here for some reason, but I have actually pre-stamped a hippo due to when I was making these cards, I didn't know what I was going to do, and I stamped a bunch. I have a pre-die cut basic white stylish shapes circle. This is the same exact circle from my very first card with the piercing marks, and it's the same size, the largest one from Stylish Shapes basic white. I don't have so many scraps of white, I can't remember. Oh, I need 2 hippos. Okay. And then for this card, I'm going to use some die cut pieces here. They are from the Hippo dies, I can't pick this one up, the umbrella in Flirty Flamingo, and then the glasses. These are regular glasses, not the snorkel gear, in Flirty Flamingo. Another partial umbrella. I just wanted the handle in basic black. And then there's a die that cuts out 3 small hearts in 3 different sizes. It's one die. And I die cut those hearts out in Flirty Flamingo. So those are all my pieces. Fold this card base in half. By the way, perfectly penciled. I've shown it quite a while back on videos when the new catalog just came out. But there's floral images, there's decorative images, there's leaves, and then there's like stripes and, again, more flowers, checks, all kinds of things in this set of all black and white paper. So you can color it with blends, you can sponge it, all that stuff, as well as just use it as a background like I am today. Perfectly penciled. Okay, so fold card base. I don't know about y'all, but it's only 10:30, but I'm starving. And yes, I ate breakfast. I'm very hungry today. I'm going to use these other scraps from the other cards first so I don't waste. I just literally was grabbing scraps of white today. So basically on this card, I want a boy and a girl. So I'm using 2 different hippos to make that happen. And I'm going to use Memento black ink, of course, for the hippo. So I've stamped the hippo already that's holding the flower and winking, in case you didn't know that. And then I'm using the first one that I used on the first card that was in the boat. That's just kind of walking and sort of waving or something. So those are the 2 hippos for this card. The greeting is going to say, love you a ton. And that will be in Flirty Flamingo. And just like the last greeting, I'm going to die cut it out after I stamp. So it's a really small greeting that says love you a ton. It's all in a row, you know, one line, not stacked. And I'm going to use from the Stylish Shapes the smallest banner die for that, which I'll just die cut when I do my hippos. Yeah, so I just need to color these hippos in. Get rid of these. So again, just like before, the only difference is this one that's winking is holding a flower, so it can, the flower is going to be dark Flirty Flamingo, and the little leaf will be dark Granny Apple Green. Trying to clean up this mess around me. And every time I color, I have to find my glasses on this table. Okay, here we go. Has anyone else colored the hippos in different colors? I've seen them where they have basically, I think it's petal pink, like a color we were talking about earlier, stomachs and noses. I've seen them where I don't know how they get it so light, but it's like it's gray on gray, but yet the stomach and nose are so much lighter, which again, they're probably using the color lifter, but I just feel like I would be unsuccessful at that. And of course you can color on fun colors just for fun. You can also do the nails, of course, can be colored. I made one skiing. It was this guy here, and I made skis out of the snorkel. So anyway, I'm just curious if you guys have colored them differently. If anyone has. This is really I guess this is my second time playing with them because I designed that team incentive event. I might have missed the tail earlier, but it was hidden on that one card. But there is a little part of the tail you need to color on this one. So I really wanted to pre-color all this before the video, but it did not happen. This is the one that the mouth is kind of open, so you have to avoid that part when you're coloring. Unless you want it to be gray in there. Let me look. Right, I'm seeing if it's all the pressure you use. Rhonda, you know I'm a light touch person. Like I find when things need a lot of pressure, I find it hard to actually do that. Like I try, but it doesn't happen. So, but I'll try to be even lighter, Rhonda, because who knows, maybe you're right. And the reason, in case, I know I said this on the first one, but I'm putting dark at the edges of the stomach and nose because I want that to make it appear even lighter on the inside. But yeah, I don't press hard when I do really anything in stamping. But who knows? I'm going to try to be lighter when I do this one right here. I could see that being a factor, though, with any, you know, anybody. Rhonda, you'll have to show me at retreat. Give me a lesson. I definitely need a lesson on coloring with Stampin' Blends from somebody. Definitely not like a expert, not an expert. But again, that is why I love it, because you don't have to be an expert. You can still come out with something pretty good. Oh, I forgot to go light. Okay, I'm gonna barely touch this. I'm gonna barely touch it on this one. But then if I go over it, that does make it a little darker. Coloring weird because I'm trying to use light pressure and not go back over where I was. It is a little lighter. I don't know that you can see that well on the video. This is the one, though, that I tried to be. Yeah, it is a little lighter, Rhonda. I'll give you that. But I do need to blend it a little more at the edges, I think, because of the light touch. That is dark. Which, again, that's the beauty of blends, is you can go back over and over and over. Yeah, it is lighter. Good tip. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly color this flower. It's like a little, almost like a tulip, 3 petals. And then just one little single leaf there. Dark granny apple green. Okay. Maybe we'll put some Wink of Stella on this flower. Why not? Make it sparkly. Okay, grab my die cut machine, Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I think I said earlier it's $125, so you could totally get it for $99 with free shipping with our starter kit. If you wanted to. Ooh, I can do all 3 of these at one time. Since we've got, they're all a different die. Hot plate. Lock them down. You can use sticky notes instead if you prefer. Ooh, I'm a little bit off on him for sure. Or her. That's the girl, actually, in this case. But don't worry. I always pick the best cards to give to whoever wins. Let's see what we say. I saw hippos that were shades of blue. Really different. That sounds actually cool because I could see a gray taking on a blue tone in real life. So that sounds cool. Cindy. I'm glad it's working now. Someone colored the hippos with blacks. Oh, I did see that, Jennifer. Someone totally, which again, you need skills, I think, to do that more than I have. They colored these with black spots, just left it white with black spots and turned them into cows. And it like looked like a cow. You couldn't even tell it was a hippo originally. That was really cool. Agree. Okay, so I'm going to place my designer paper at an angle on, so down, this is a portrait shaped card, down on the left, up on the right, on this Flirty Flamingo cardstock. I'm not going to glue that down yet because I want to wrap this ribbon around it, around the Flirty. So this is our basic, well, it's still called Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon. It's an awesome ribbon that you can color with your Stampin' Blends. Of course, it's white, so it goes with almost everything, and it's already wrinkled, so you don't have to worry about wrinkling it because it's supposed to be wrinkled. So for this one, I'll use my tweezers. I've got my new Stampin' Up tweezers here that come in the embossing additions kit. And I always, after I use the tweezers to hold my ribbon, I turn the project upside down so that the bow kind of comes out right side up. Just tying a regular bow here. There's those tweezers. Reverse tweezers, of course. And then let me fix my bow. And I still may adjust the height of this bow on this card. So I'm going to make it straight, but I may make it higher or lower before I glue everything down. Now there's no waste on this side since I went from the roll. I did want to get that bow on there though, so I can figure out where to place everything else. Okay, so on the white die cut circle, this is the guy giving the girl a flower and winking at her, and the little girl is going to be wearing the glasses. Got my silicone sheet here. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of adhesive on the glasses there. So she's going to wear the glasses. Can't pick things up. Aren't those glasses adorable? And I've seen where people have put the glasses on other like critters in our stamps, in our stamp collection. So you can see who else the glasses fit basically. And same with the snorkel, of course, or ski goggles. Okay, so I'm going to put dimensionals on her and she'll be, they're just kind of like, I laid them out, not like they're standing side by side, but they're at an angle there. Okay, and then the umbrella I'll do next, and I want the umbrella to have a black handle, so I just die cut a portion of the umbrella on a scrap of basic black because the handle is all I really needed. And then I'm just going to trim off that excess umbrella. So the umbrella is Flirty Flamingo, but I want the handle to be black. Use my silicone sheet again and add some Stampin' Seal. You could also die cut these little bitty things out with our adhesive sheets if you prefer. And then just peel and stick. Or use liquid glue, whatever you like. So there's my umbrella with the black handle. Doesn't want to focus. I'm going to place a dimensional at the top of the umbrella and adhesive at the very bottom of the handle to put it on her hand, which, by the way, that hand that's like sticking out or waving is perfect to hold the umbrella. And the umbrella is tiny. Again, I guess they made everything tiny scale so that the hippos would look big, right? I'm assuming. But I'm going to try to push this down a little and see. But so I assume that's why it's tiny, but she's holding it for both of them. So even though it doesn't cover either one of them, she's holding it for both. Okay, so now these hearts do have a front and back, so make sure you have the back when you're ready to put your adhesive. Just realized I did not pop up the large heart on the first one, but I will on this one. So what I want for this card is the hippos to be toward the top here in the center. The greeting is going to be right across the ribbon. I'm figuring out if I want to move things down, which I think I do want to scoot this ribbon down toward the bottom a little more. Then the hippos can be a little lower because then the hearts are going to be above them, like almost like it's raining hearts. So I'm just figuring out my spacing before I start attaching things. And then this greeting is going to be overlapping ribbon. So I'm going to use more Stampin' Dimensionals than I normally would. Normally I just use 1 or 2 here, but I'm going to use 4 because I want the adhesive to go above the ribbon and below the ribbon. Otherwise it's just flopping around, only stuck to the ribbon. I hope that makes sense. So I stacked them, sort of. Okay. So that greeting, though, just goes right across the ribbon on the left side. Hippos, or the circle, will go flat. Because remember, I popped her up. And then I'm just going to put some adhesive. You could also use glue dots on these little bitty hearts. Mine are Flirty Flamingo. And I'm just having them sort of floating up in the air or floating down, however you want to look at it, from the top. That's it. On my original card, I put Wink of Stella on the hearts, but it really did not do much for me, so I'm not going to do that on this one. Here is the finished card. It's even almost in focus. All right. Okay, so there are our cards for today. I do have a couple of extra samples to show you, which I may have shown before on these videos, but you know, they're hippo cards. And as a reminder, even if you just came on and you are watching the good cards out, even if you just came on, first of all, or if you're watching replay, you can still be entered to win these cards from today. I like the bow on this one better. These are the ones I'll give away. These 3, not my messed up 3. So you can be entered by commenting on the video, say whatever you want. Thank you, Jeanne. Or or sharing the video and commenting that you shared. And of course you get both if you do both. So thank you guys for being here. I do have a couple of samples to show. Thanks, Beverly. Thank you, Lori. Thanks, Sherry and Jeanne and Facebook user. I'm gonna try to click that. Did not work. Anyway, sorry, I just said like 10 times in a row. Yes, Terry, largest circle from Layering Circles on both of these cards. Not Layering Circles, I'm sorry. Stitch, stylish shapes. Largest circle. You could use the Layering Circles too. They just won't have the little piercing marks, but you could totally use that one, probably the largest one as well. But mine are stylish shapes. I love those dies. You could use the Retired Umbrella Punch and both would fit. Oh, Lori, that's true. Yes. If we wanted it to be more to scale. Good. Super Doom. Supreme Doom. Thank you. I'm glad you like the ribbon. I mean, the tweezer trick. Any reverse tweezers you have will work for that. Thank you, Rhonda. Hands aren't moving. Okay, I went back far enough. Valley Chick, good morning. Man, I don't know what happened with that camera freezing, but was not good. Julie, yes, I do have a Tombow holder. I have a couple actually that have been given to me. And okay, so here's the cards. I want to remind you, when you go to my blog, it's going to post in about 5 minutes. You'll see the pictures of all the cards. You'll see the measurements. And at the bottom of the blog post is all of the supplies I use. Don't forget, you can only get the Hippo stamp set and dies free with a purchase while supplies last, or August 31st, whichever comes first. And then I have these recipe cards on the blog. I printed one, and I had folded it in half for space over here, but of course you may not fold yours in half, but you can print that or just refer to it online to get all of the supplies used and the measurements there. This is not step-by-step instructions. It's just supplies and measurements. I forgot to show the same thing from last week. So here's, the ones from last week are there as well. If you go to the last blog or the blog post about these cards, same thing. You can get those recipe cards. And then I have, and by the way, you can create these on mystampinstuff.com. Check out that website for your Stampin' Up! Inventory. And then here's my extra card. So this was, I know I showed this already, but it's so cute. This was our swap winner from our team meeting this month. She uses all 3 hippos. She even colors, I just noticed it, all 3 are colored different. So this looks like a soft suede to me, or crumb cake, probably crumb cake. Bleh. And she just left the inside white. Like, don't even color it. Then we have probably gray granite and smoky slate. And can you see how she outlined? She kind of outlined the whole area in the dark and then colored in with the light. That's really cute. And then this one's full on. We have the nails colored. We have a pink body. Pink stomach and nose and ears, and then gray. So love that card from Yolanda. So cute. It's a Z fold. Literally, y'all, do a Z fold. But then you cut a long strip that's just like an inch, the same size, and Z fold it as well. It's pretty easy to make these cards. And then this was another team meeting swap where she combined the amazing phrasing celebration set with the Hippest Hippos, which, by the way, oh, and look, she has purple ears, see, and purple shirt and dots on the skirt. Oh my gosh, so cute. So many things you can do, as far as how to color these and stuff. I forgot what I was going to say. Also, I was on a track to say something else, but I got distracted by the polka dots. Anyway, different ways you can color them and decorate them and all that stuff. So if y'all had any questions, let me know. Oh, Rhonda. Aha. I got you. If you press too hard at the edges, it could bleed. That's also a good tip. But I did go lighter on that one, and it was a little lighter. So you might have given me a good tip on that unknowingly, Rhonda. Thank you, Kylie. Hey, Donna. Kathy, thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Are you streaming somewhere else as well? Yes. I'm sorry, I can't read. Supreme Doom. I am on Facebook in 2 places and YouTube. And I use this thing called StreamYard, so I can see on StreamYard comments from all 3 platforms in the same. Like it says Kylie, YouTube, Donna, Facebook, Cindy, Facebook. So it's a pretty cool service, StreamYard. And the only thing is, some people, if they don't give a permission on Facebook, it'll just say Facebook user. Like this one. Love those dies. So anyway, but that's good question. That's how I can see all those comments. And so if you're curious about the comments, you can head over to Facebook, my business page, Jennifer Cotton Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. But yeah, that's why I'm saying, or replying to different comments from different areas. Anyway, good question. You are very welcome. Thank you, Martha. I know the hippos are so cute. Get them while y'all can. Hopefully you already have them. I should be back on next week, so hopefully that this camera won't freeze on me again. Supreme. Okay, I love it. You can call me Supreme. I'm going to try to remember that because I have a bad memory. Kylie says, if you use thick cardstock, I find no bleeding. Okay, good tip there. And thank you, Bonnie. Cool. All right. Well, good tips. Thank you guys for sharing your tips. Thanks, Rhonda, about the pressing too hard at the edges. Thanks, Kylie, on the thick cardstock tip. And anyone else who shared tips that I missed, of course, because I always miss something. Even with all these comments I can see, there's some that I'll see later and I'm like, I can tell she said that while I was live and I never saw it. So who knows? Anyway, have a great week, everybody. See y'all next Thursday. I'll see some of you in person on Saturday. And if you have any questions about any of those events, just let me know. All right. I will see y'all later. Thank you very much. Bye.